미국 대통령이 국정계획을 국민들에게 발표하는 행사를 연두교서라고 합니다. 오늘 연두교서에서 바이든 대통령이 뭐라고 하는지 들어보시겠습니다.
The pandemic no longer controls our lives. The vaccine that saved us from COVID are now being used to beat cancer, turning setback into comeback. That's what America does. That's what America does.
바이든의 연설을 보던 트럼프는 자신의 소셜미디어를 통해 다음과 같은 메시지를 발표했습니다.
팬데믹 종식시키고 mRNA 백신이 암 치료에 사용되는 것이 누구 덕인지 알아. 내가 9개월 만에 백신을 긴급 승인했기 때문이야. 바이든이라면 승인까지 12년 걸렸을 거야.
여러분들도 잘 아시겠지만 보통 백신 승인 기간은 10년 정도 걸리는 것이 정상입니다. 보통 10년은 걸리는 백신 승인 기간. 트럼프는 이것을 9개월로 단축시켰습니다.
There's a little known federal law that says you cannot give an emergency use authorization to a vaccine if there is any medication approved for any purpose that is shown effective against the target disease.
로버트 케네디의 이런 주장은 코넬 법대 사이트에서 검색을 해본 결과 사실임이 밝혀졌습니다. 결국 긴급 승인은 불법이며 이를 승인한 사람들은 모두가 범죄자라는 뜻입니다.
You actually gave him a presidential commendation before you left office. Wouldn't you like a do-over on that?
I don't know who gave him the commendation. I don't know who gave him the commendation.
Operation Warp Speed, though.
Yeah.
That was on the vaccines. They were rushed through. They have helped, but also hurt a lot of people. And your White House actually supported mask mandates. So wouldn't you like a do-over on any of that?
Some friends of mine that are Democrat, I think they voted for me, but they're Democrat, very smart people, top people. They say, you know, I don't understand one thing. Why don't you talk more about the vaccine? It was one of the greatest things you've ever done. But no mandates, no anything. I didn't demand anybody take it. But I have people on the other side, not my side, although probably there's some on my side too. They said, you saved 100 million people because I got it done in 9 months as opposed to 5 years to 12 years. Said, you saved 100 million people because I got it done in 9 months as opposed to 5 years to 12 years. A lot of people.
You're proud of it.
No, I'm not proud of it. I'm saying what Democrats think. Democrats.
I get it. I mean, and I'm not somebody who denies some of the good that the vaccines did. I lived through that too. But of course, a lot of people have been vaccine injured. And that's one of the questions. Those people are mad that they were rushed through and that they can't sue.
Well, I never gave mandates, and people have to make up their own, make their own decision. As far as I'm concerned, now. Well, I never gave mandates, and people have to make up their own, make their own decision. As far as I'm concerned.
잘 모르시는 분들이 많겠지만 트럼프 대통령은 화이자로부터 수백만 불을 캠페인 자금으로 받았습니다. 물론 트럼프와 바이든을 비교하면 바이든이 나쁜 대통령임은 분명합니다. 하지만 오늘 발표된 트럼프의 메시지만 보아도 그가 아직도 백신에 대해서 얼마나 자랑스러워하는지를 알 수가 있습니다.
You know, Trump got in there saying, I'm going to get rid of the swamp. He asked me to be on a vaccine safety commission. When that news got out, Pfizer gave him $1 million for the inauguration and then for his inaugural party. And then he appointed two of Pfizer's lobbyists, Scott Gottlieb and Alex Azar, to run HHS, and they killed the Vaccine Safety Commission, and then Gottlieb went to serve on Pfizer's board. That is the swamp.
트럼프를 지지하는 사람들은 점점 더 채널에 험악한 댓글을 많이 남겼습니다. 코로나 기간 동안 트럼프의 잘못을 지적하는 저에게 죽으라고 저주하는 사람들의 댓글도 많이 있었습니다. 그들은 말합니다. 트럼프는 선량한 사람이며 제약사와 빌 게이츠를 포함한 딥스테이트를 무찌를 거라고 말입니다. 자, 트럼프는 결국 대통령이 될 것입니다. 왜냐하면 트럼프는 딥스테이트가 원하는 것을 지지하기 때문입니다. 트럼프를 맹목적으로 지지하는 사람들이 저를 아무리 모함해도 달라지지 않는 사실이 있습니다. 트럼프는 검증되지 않은 약물을 9개월 만에 승인했으며 아직도 이를 자랑스러워하고 있습니다.
We see the corruption, right? It doesn't seem like anybody ever pays for the corruption.
Yeah.
And right now we're seeing corruption live, even in terms of big pharma, which is a huge topic on the minds of mothers especially. You're seeing what's happening at these school board meetings. Where do you stand on these vaccine mandates? And obviously I know that you are pro-vaccine, obviously. You did everything you could to get this vaccine out. I know where you stand on the vaccine.
It was one of the greatest achievements. We did it in less than 9 months.
To be able to do that.
Yeah,
but now it's taken a twist, right? It's gotten, now we went from this is a good thing and people should have this option to military men, you're going to have to resign because you're not getting this vaccine. Where do you stand on that?
Well, I stand on, forget about the mandates, that people have to have their freedom, but at the same time, the vaccine is one of the greatest achievements of mankind. We would have had in 1917, remember the Spanish flu, killed perhaps 100 million people. Actually, it ended the First World War because the soldiers were so, a lot of people don't know that. The soldiers got so sick. It was a terrible thing. There were no vaccines. There was no anything. I came up with a vaccine, with 3 vaccines. All are very, very good. Came up with 3 of them in less than 9 months. It was supposed to take 5 to 12 years.
And yet more people have died under COVID this year, by the way, under Joe Biden, than under you. And more people took the vaccine this year. So people are questioning how...
Well, no, the vaccine worked, but some people aren't taking it. The ones that get very sick and go to the hospital are the ones that don't take the vaccine. But it's still their choice. And if you take the vaccine, you're protected. Look, the results of the vaccine are very good. And if you do get it, it's a very minor form. People aren't dying when they take the vaccine. I'm so proud of what we did with the vaccine, but it shouldn't be mandated, and it just shouldn't be. And, you know, the other thing is a lot of people that get it, you had it? Did you get COVID?
No.
You didn't get it?
Doesn't like me.
Did you have the vaccine?
No. Doesn't like me. And I've been all around the world. I don't know. I think they should study me. They should study me. Doesn't like me.
최근 이스라엘 헤리티지 재단은 트럼프에게 평화의 언약이라는 상을 수여했습니다. 그리고 상장에는 트럼프를 평화의 왕자라고 불렀습니다. 평화의 왕자, 영어로는 Prince of Peace이며 평화의 왕자라는 표현은 이사야 9장 6절에 나오는 표현이며 그리스도를 지칭하는 명칭입니다. 유대인들에게는 조셉 메시아와 데이비드 메시아가 존재하는데 유대인들은 트럼프를 이미 메시아로 정했음을 암시하는 대목입니다. 여기서 참고로 그리스도라는 단어의 뜻은 신의 선택을 받은 자, the chosen one 혹은 the anointed one을 뜻합니다.
I am the chosen one.
트럼프는 자신이 그리스도라고 생각하는 것을 알 수가 있습니다.
Everybody knows that all the campaign of Donald Trump is his son-in-law, the Jew, Kushner. I read it 3 different articles. He is the mastermind behind everything. He told him what to say, what not to say, how to react, things that he did in the end, that in the end worked out for him.
얼마 전 건국전쟁이라는 이승만 대통령에 대한 영화를 보았습니다. 이승만 대통령은 맹목적인 친미주의자도 아니었으며 대한민국의 이익을 위해 미국을 철저하게 이용한 실리적인 애국자였습니다. 대한민국에는 트럼프를 종교적으로 따르는 사람들이 많습니다. 그는 카리스마가 있으며 사람들이 듣고 싶어하는 말을 합니다. 하지만 여러분들이 딥스테이트라고 생각하는 빌 게이츠, 파우치, CDC 이런 사람들과 조직들이 트럼프의 눈에는 딥스테이트가 절대로 아니며 트럼프의 친구들에 불과합니다. 트럼프는 제약사를 절대로 처벌하지 않을 것입니다.
We need an acknowledgement from Donald about what happened to Operation Warp Speed. There's been a lot of Americans that have been injured. One of them was here at the
I'm so sick of talking about this.
We haven't had it. It's still a major issue because let's just say he comes into office. The CIA, Peter Daszak, Echo Health Alliance, all they have to do is restart and do whatever they did again because there isn't a conversation about, hey, I learned my lesson. Hey, there's some mistake made. I should have done something better. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. When still he's telling people to get boosted just a few freaking months ago.
But Operation Warp Speed was therapeutics and vaccines by choice. It was never forcing people to get medical treatments. And when that happened, he came out and said they shouldn't be doing this. And now years later, I'm just like, dude, it's 4 years later. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
We should never forget how bad those things were.
everybody has choices. Everybody has free will. And I'm really sick and tired of listening to people say things like, oh, I would have lost my job, or, oh, well, I would have been fired. You either stand for something or you fall for everything. And if more people in this country would have stood up and taken to the streets and fought back against these tyrannical lockdowns, President Trump never forced the vaccine on anyone. President Trump never forced extended lockdowns. President Trump never forced people to wear masks.
But Trump
people allowed their children to be forcefully vaccinated.
Who was against lockdowns. Trump attacked Sweden, who decided not to lock down. That's a fact. I still want an acknowledgement of it, and because we don't have an acknowledgement of it, because Trump still believes that the vaccine saved hundreds of millions of lives.
Let me take it
into the scenario could again unfold.
Okay, I'll tell you why I'm done with this. 4 years ago, I'm losing my fucking mind.
I feel like I'm moderating a zero hedge debate.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, dude. This is what I felt like at the zero hedge debate, by the way.
Holy fucking shit. It's Trump's fault.
He allowed the American people to be guinea pigs. He allowed Big Pharma to get away and never be held responsible for the crimes they committed against the American people. There are so many people that were injured. There were so many people that were hurt, and they deserve justice, and they deserve to be.
It's about personal accountability, right? Tim, will you agree with me on this? It's about personal accountability. I'm not trying to re-debate this issue. I agree with you, Tim. I'm taking your position. My point is that people need to stop bitching about it, because the reality is you decide what goes inside your own body, and nobody put a gun to your head and said they're going to kill you if you don't take this vaccine.
Yeah, they just said
they'll kick you out of the military.
Well,
they'll kick you out of your job.
if more people would have stood up, again, I really firmly believe it's about personal accountability.
시청해주셔서 감사합니다.